You ready? I'm ready. Set the warp.
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in to Retro Rewind, Days of Old. We're talking some Eternal Darkness today, which will be, I believe that's 1, 2, 3. What game are we on? What game is this? 6? This is 6.
6.
Yeah, game 6. You would have just caught the aftermath of Super Mario Bros. 3, and that was some fun times. I fucking love that game. But Eternal Darkness, never played it. Came out for Nintendo GameCube, and I've heard a lot about it the last couple of days. I have, from Ryuson, who's here with me, and Panda, who's also played it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't even know where to start with this game. We'll start with that it came out June 24th, 2002 for Nintendo GameCube.
Yep.
As I've heard Ryuson say, it was the first rated M game to ever come out for a Nintendo GameCube, or Nintendo in general.
Yes.
Correct. Facts.
But yeah, other than the sanity level, which I already knew prior, and the fact that the game can fuck with like your TV or make it seem like it's fucking with your TV or fucking with your game card and stuff like that, I don't really know shit about this game because I've never played it.
I'm here to inform you. In my opinion, it is the best game that ever came out on GameCube. In my opinion.
I don't know about all that, man. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes was the remaster of Metal Gear Solid PS1, and I played that, bro. That was some shit.
Okay.
Ooh, and another game you've never played, Crazy Taxi, right?
Right.
That was on GameCube. That was a fun game.
Hey, we're deterring right now. Eternal
That's fine.
Darkness.
That's because you said it was the best game on GameCube, and I was like, I don't know about all that.
No. Hey, we're gonna settle this debate. I'll tell you, once you play it, you'll understand. Understand.
Okay, so here's my first question on it. So have both of you or one of you played the Resident Evil series?
Oh yeah.
I've
like-
watched all of them.
Like
yes.
the OGs?
All of them.
All of them.
Now, have you played or seen the Silent Hill series, the OGs?
Yes, I played all of them.
My boy. Okay.
Horror games are my genre. Love them.
They were my thing for the longest time, but then games got expensive, so I started venturing out.
Yes.
But okay, so would you think that it handles more like a Res, or would you say that it handles more like a Silent Hill?
Resident Evil. Hands down.
Okay. There's two different aspects. It handles like Res. The thing is, you haven't played Vagrant Story, so you don't know what this is. You're able to target limbs and actual body parts and actually either hack them off or blow them off.
Okay. And since you've played it, I'll give you that, but it literally, in the description of Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, is likened to Resident Evil gameplay.
This wretched book is where it all began so long ago.
It's liking, but I'm just saying there's two features. Okay.
I
All right.
am Dr. Edward.
Hold on. Yes. Okay. So it is a lot. It is a lot like Resident Evil. But like I said, your targeting points. You're able to target different aspects of your opponent's body. Okay.
Perceptions will not
Which-
change reality,
but simply color it.
Didn't really come out until what, Res 5?
Edge of extinction for 2 millennia.
Resident Evil 5 is when the targeting system, the red dot.
No, that would have started on 4.
Restless.
Was that 4?
Yeah, with Leon having to go save Ashley and stuff. Yeah, that would have been 4, which was also GameCube. Which wasn't that.
My family has crossed their path.
What came out? What came out first? RE4 or this?
Their attention.
RE4 came out after this.
For she is the last of my line.
Because this is 02.
And the last.
Res 4 came out what? 04, 05?
Yeah, Res 4 came out 05. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fun fact, this game, Eternal Darkness, was actually originally planned for the Nintendo 64. Then it was switched to I believe. That was kind of a fact.
But it plays a lot like Resident Evil. Okay? But like I said, there's different aspects of it. You're also able to cast spells. You conjure different type of spells with different type of runes. You actually have a magic list in which you have to create.
Okay, so from how it looks, because I'm looking at some gameplay right now. Or right now it's just a cutscene. Okay. I know you guys can't see it, but it's the beginning. She's waking up, answering the phone from a dream. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
from what I very vaguely know about the aspect of the game is as simpler core definition. It handles like Res, but is a psychological like Silent Hill.
Yes.
I was just about to say that, but he wouldn't let me talk because he was,
Okay, I shut something. You have microphone here to go.
Yeah, because that's literally what I was going to say before you even said that, James. I was saying it handles like Resident Evil, but it definitely has the psychological atmosphere of Silent Hill.
Right. So, it only came out for GameCube.
Of course, this way.
It was developed by Silicon Knights, or however you say it.
There's not much to see.
There was no multiplayer or anything like that. It was single player. Off note, because for some reason this game kind of reminds me of it. Have you guys ever heard of Obscure?
Yes.
Obscure was the shit.
Miss Roivas, is
Never played it.
that your grandfather, Edward?
Okay, all right. We're gonna get back to Eternal Darkness. I gotta just tell you the coolest thing about Obscure. So Obscure was a couch co-op horror game. Okay, but how it played out was you couldn't play co-op until you found someone else that was a playable character. Then you can just hit start and connect, and you can play co-op. Other than that, they just follow you. So there was a jump in, jump out feature. And it was fucking dope. But if they died, they were gone. They were dead.
Okay, that's actually okay. Hey man, I'm gonna find that game. Okay, consider it found. But yeah, Eternal Darkness, and the reason why I rated it as one of my favorites, even over Res 4, is because of the fact it was a perfect medium between Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and it still had
some clue in this old man.
it's a very intense plot, and I don't want to give too much away because of the fact that you've never played it.
Right.
I mean, it's very dark. I'll give you that. It's very dark and magical. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. See, all I pretty much got so far from the beginning of this gameplay was that her grandfather is dead. They're investigating it, and that's literally all I got. Okay, and the fucker had no head, so this, that, and the other thing. But what I thought was awesome for a game like this, especially that came out on GameCube, was that it scored a 9.6 out of 10 for IGN.
Yeah.
Okay, which is good for a Nintendo horror game. Okay. And it sold 500,000 copies worldwide on its time. So games, it says here from what source is this? I think this is IGN. It says games do not come any better than this. Eternal Darkness sold less than half a million copies worldwide in Japan. The game has sold 17,748 copies as of December 31st, 2006. So I was wrong. It's less than half a million copies. But again, I'm pretty sure this is the first Nintendo horror game as far as like into the psychological depth that it is. But as of right now, it's still actually a bit pricier than I thought it was going to be, because as of December 16th, 2022, Eternal Darkness price is at $40.
Yeah, and not only that it's priced at $40, it is so hard to find.
Nobody wants to give it up, so you're not going to just find it at some random thrift store,
Right?
Or whatever.
To put this in perspective, me and have been together for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
It took me nearly what? We had been together for 7 years, so 2003. What? 2000.
What are you talking about?
2015 to find a copy of that game because I wanted to play it again.
So you were looking for it.
Right.
I was looking for it
Before you met me.
Yes.
I was like, what?
I had been looking for that game forever, and I found it, and I binge played that game until I beat it. Mm-hmm. Now the thing is with this game, there's 3 endings to this game. Okay, so it has high amounts of replay value.
Yeah.
The gameplay, very basic, but incredibly intricate, because you're able to not only you can either play with your combat, like your standard weapons like a sword or a gun, or you can go complete magic with it, which is very different than most horror games of the genre.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know many horror games that got fucking magic engines.
So that's why I said it's kind of like Resident Evil, but not. You know what I mean? Because you're actually able to use magic. You're actually able to craft your own spells. You also are able to enchant your weapons to make them hit harder. And I highly suggest you do it.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's got a lot to it.
This is why I said that. Like, honestly, I have a feeling that you're gonna fall in love with this game, V, because of the fact that it's RPG meets Resident Evil at the exact same freaking time.
Right. So it says here in 2006, Nintendo, and I'm getting all this source off of Wikipedia. So I know it's not like concrete, but it's what I got right now. So in 2006, Nintendo Power ranked Eternal Darkness as the 101st top game on Nintendo systems, while the readers of IGN had it voted as the 96th best video game of all time on all systems in 2009. Or that was in 2006, sorry.
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care.
And a lot of people's, if you go on YouTube, stuff like that, a lot of top 10s list, a lot of people still to this day put Eternal Darkness in their top 10 for GameCube games of all time. That's how good this game is.
That once I could not see beyond the veil of
to see
it's like, for me, I only played probably 2 hours worth of this game, and it hit me so hard that I tried to find this one game for close to 15 years just to play it again.
Where is Krias Candamast?
So they planned a sequel, but it got canceled.
It's also because Silicon Knights got disbanded.
Right.
Which is kind of saddening because honestly, this game deserves
Our enemies did not have a chance.
another, either a sequel or prequel to it.
Believe that it really exists.
Right. See, okay, so what interests me is the fact that they're jumping between, because the footage I'm looking at now, it looks like they jumped into the past. Like, we're talking fucking centuries back. Because I'm looking at what looks like Romans.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious on how the story connects between what I just saw with this girl answering the phone from a nightmare and her fucking grandfather's dead, got in her head and shit like that. And now we're in the desert fucking playing as a Roman.
No. Stop it. Don't you dare.
For anybody who's not understanding what the noise is all about over on Ryerson's end, he wants to tell me plot, but because I haven't played it, I want to try and stay away from spoilers because I'm a big story-rich gamer.
Yeah, no.
And I know you are, and that's why.
Don't you dare do that.
I'm not gonna do it. But he did ask the question. He did, and I'm not giving the answer. I'm being a good boy.
That was a hypothetical question. I'm just more saying I'm curious. I'm curious.
You're gonna be curious the entire time. I promise you. It's gonna throw you through some serious loops, and yes, you do travel through time.
Yes. Okay, and that's it.
And that's all I'm gonna tell you.
I've figured that much just because, like I said, now we're Roman. Right.
This game is just so good. I am so excited.
So the game released in North America June 24th, 2002. It released in Japan October 25th and Europe November 1st on the same year. Funny thing is, and I have to say this just to bring reference to it, and if you guys haven't seen or heard the Driver 2 episode and the aftermath of Driver 2 when we went and played that, this came out the same year Driver Advance 2 did, and it better be better than that. I'm turning it off.
You're gonna, yeah, no.
I guarantee it's a billion times better than Driver 2 Advance.
Don't say that, okay? You know, he's got his own opinion, and he hasn't played it yet, so.
So, I'm watching here this Roman hack up some corpses, so I can see what you're saying as far as like body part selection. Because I'm watching like their head or torso be highlighted.
Yes.
So does that mean it's kind of got like an RPG concept to it?
Yes. You can literally blow off their legs and they start crawling on the floor and stuff.
Kind of reminds me of like Fallout that way, in a sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. Because the targeting aspect of it is identical. Think early Fallout 4. Fallout 3 or 4.
Wait, wasn't there several Resident Evil games where you could take off basically their legs and they would still...
No.
Yeah, but you can aim down, but you can't directly target.
Right, so...
You can target either left leg, right leg, and blow them off in this game.
Right, so from RE 1 to Nemesis, Outbreak, Code Veronica, all those... You were tank control, so you could only go up, down. So if you were going to do a headshot, you had to time it based on where they were coming at you. The only time you were able to actually like pick or pinpoint limbs and stuff like that, and it actually racked it, was when Resident Evil 4 came out and they started doing over the shoulder.
Yeah, I forget about those things. It's just there's so many. I've watched so many zombie games, period, that I get them kind of like.
The thing,
right?
Thing is,
but see this body part selection thing. It reminds me a lot like Fallout, just not as in depth as Fallout, because Fallout's got fucking like math connected to it and how much damage it's going to take.
Percentage,
Right, stuff like that. But now, for all Fallout diehard fans out there, okay, just I got my own opinions on the game, so leave me be, okay? Fuck off. I hate Fallout games, okay? I do not like them. They're fucking. They drive me nuts. Okay, the only Fallout I remotely enjoyed, and I only enjoyed the beginning, was 3 because you start off as a baby. I thought that was cool. After I grew up and left the vault, I was like, this game sucks.
Okay. No, I got really bored with Fallout 3. Actually, Fallout in general. I'm not that type of gamer, so to speak. I still beat it. It's not my game.
Right. So, reason why I say that, just really no relevance to Eternal Darkness. I just wanted to be a fucking shit. But
Everybody know where I stand.
Hey, I have my top picks too. That's what you're saying.
But I think I'll enjoy it. I'm excited to see what the magic concept of the game's like. Right? Because it's different.
Okay, this is the thing about the magic. Okay? You have to find.
You're really gonna tell him more details after you just said you weren't going to?
But see, Panda, that's the thing, right? So throughout the stream, because when we're doing retro rewind stuff, I don't mind backseat gaming. Now normally I fucking absolutely hate it, but I just don't want to know the plot. So if the magic is giving me plot, let's try and stay away from it. Other than that, you can point at the door and say there.
That's the thing. I wasn't gonna give him plot, so shush your mouth. Okay.
Panda looking at you like I'm gonna fucking smack you.
Okay, but when it comes to the magics and stuff, as you progress through the game, the requirement for the magic is you have to use runes. Thing is, you have to find these runes, make spells.
Right.
And once you find the runes, you have to figure out the combinations to create magic spells.
Right. Okay. So with all that aside, I'm curious to know what Panda's intake of this whole game is. Right. So now we're gonna go to experiences. Mine's simple. Never played it. Story over. So it really doesn't matter. I've heard a lot about it, as far as from you, and I heard a bit about it when it came out around that time. That's how I found out about it fucks with your memory card, or it fucks with you. But that's all I know. But so Panda, what's your experience with it?
Well, I first got introduced to this game in college, and it was in my sophomore year. And one of my best friends, who was not my roommate at the time, but anyways, she and I stayed at the college campus over one of the breaks, and literally 48 hours straight, besides having to use the restroom or go to the cafeteria to get something to eat, maybe one time during the 24-hour period, we stayed in a room and played this game until we beat it. At least just one path. All the way through, because there's 3 different endings, so we just picked, just did one. Anyways, that's the first time I was introduced to it, and I had never watched any game be played on a GameCube before that game. So
this was your introduction to the console as well?
The GameCube, yes.
Oh shit.
Yep. And then after Eternal Darkness, I played Crazy Taxi, but that's a whole different story. But anyways, yeah, I was floored because I always watched my big brother play Resident Evil, Final Fantasy. Final
Fantasy's everything.
Games. Oh my gosh, I know.
Why'd you have to go and do that name drop? Jeez.
But yeah, so it was really good. Really, really good, because I missed my brother and stuff at college, and then when she brought that game, to school with her.
It
When you
just-
did that, it was so much fun.
It just automatically felt like, home.
Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It was awesome. But yeah, that game is just,
Hello.
I don't know how to describe it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it gets to you, especially when you've locked yourself into a dark dorm room for at least up to 20 hours. We got to that point, and several times we had to stop the
I'll be on the
game,
next flight out.
make sure it was saved, and turn all the lights on and take a breather.
Right.
Because you're just like,
So what you're saying is there's a couple classes that year that were a little lower than they should have been.
no. It was during a break.
They're
But-
they're like, Panda, you were doing so good in the beginning. You're like, they can see the darkness.
Freezes out.
Oh my lord.
Of course,
No, I love it. I love that it was the introduction to the console. That's so dope.
not a pleasant.
Yeah. I had never seen it before. I was like, what is this? It's a GameCube. Okay. I was like, well, it's a cube, so that makes sense.
Okay, off topic. But we're gonna come back real quick. My thing about the GameCube was the discs, not dicks, because I apparently fuck that word up all the time. The discs were so small.
Yes.
Dude,
Yep. I was like, what?
the micro. I'm so glad they got away from the micro disc.
Understand.
Because trying to maintain those things were next to impossible.
Yeah, they got away from it, but then like when Switch came out, they went back to cartridges. Anyway, this is a totally different. We're not going to talk about this. So, I think.
No sign of intrusion and
No, that's irrelevant. Okay, Eternal Darkness. Okay,
seen anything like
Ryuson, what's your experience with it?
except for the body. And
Like I said, I started. Okay, my brother-in-law
You better find out
Um,
who did this.
had
I'm
rented this game. I went over there to visit him and my sister.
Some clue in this old
Put
man's
this in. They went to
what
sleep.
happened.
Okay.
Answers.
They went to sleep. Ryuson just sneaks up. I'm fucking this game up.
Well, yeah, like legitimately, but I did not realize what I was stepping into
Right.
at all. Next thing you know, like I said, I actually ended up playing it a lot longer than 2 hours and 30 minutes. I remember playing it until they woke up again. I only got like 2 hours and 30 minutes into the actual gameplay because I absolutely sucked at that game the very first time I played it. I will be 100% honest with you. I got so into the game itself that it carried over for 15 years. I could not remember what the name of the game was. I could not. I could remember the gameplay. And how it did.
Do you not
I was to this game.
ask your brother-in-law? Does that make too much sense?
It makes too much sense. I don't like asking questions. I like to figure things out myself.
It was too easy.
Okay, but sitting there, I was on YouTube. No, I wasn't on YouTube. I was. And I seen that game pop up, and I seen the gameplay footage. I was like, I've got to get this game again. I have to play this game again. And then the search for this game took forever. And once I finally found it, I binge played this game until I beat it. All 3 endings. That's how good this game is, at least for me.
Right. So I'm assuming the ending is like bad ending, mediocre, good ending.
All 3 good ending.
Yeah.
They're all good, just different ways.
They're just different ways because it's like you'll understand.
You'll understand.
You'll understand. It's just we can't.
Ryuson's like
There's yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
so I'm I pretty much just got this gameplay on a loop because I remember when I got it, I was just kind of testing it out, make sure it was working okay in for the beginning of it. So it looks like it's got the same mechanic as Silent Hill, where anything you can interact with, you'll pretty much look at it or look towards it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a mechanic I always enjoyed in Silent Hill, so I'm glad this has that.
That mechanic has a dual purpose, and you'll find that out later.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying is if she looks down, it means she's got to pee.
Sure. No, not at all.
If she looks down, you may have to pee.
Oh my gosh. H.
I mean,
it's called Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
It messes with your sanity there, sir.
It's amazing.
It's great.
oh good, oh good.
The way I look at it, okay, like the actual plot of like Silent Hill is very dark and demented. Correct?
No, it's sunshine and lollipops.
The plot. Okay, well, first off, the plot of Silent Hills are all different and very little connection to them. On top of that, I wouldn't really say like dark. It's more like the fuck just happened.
Okay, this is the thing.
It's obscure and demented.
Yeah, obscure and it is
Yeah,
demented.
it is demented.
The thing is, this is. You know how you said you had know a little bit of the features of the when the sanity bar goes down. Right?
Yeah.
There's other features to that sanity bar, and it will mess with your brain.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Like I'm expecting high things with this sanity stuff, right? Like the most sanity shit I get is from like Silent Hill. Like for example, Silent Hill 2, right? When you're playing as James, love that character. I wonder why. When you're playing as James, and he's like, "Ooh, look, a hole. What do you want to do?" And he's like, "We're gonna jump in it." Okay, first off, you're insane. Okay. On top of that,
that's a Jimmy type of thing to do. I'm gonna jump in.
all right, but listen though, he jumps down this hole, and then he goes down ladder after ladder, and not up, down ladder after ladder after ladder, drops down another hole. At this point, he's at the core of the fucking earth. Okay, because you're just jumping down holes for the last fucking hour while you're running away from Pyramid Head, and then it's like you finally see this fucking door. You go through it. All of a sudden, you're back on the surface. There's a lake in front of you, and you're like, "What the fuck did? Huh?"
My life now has
Yeah.
purpose.
What just happened here?
I love Silent Hill so much.
Okay, but this
Such a-
think that
I was once a fool.
as your sanity bar goes down, if you allow that thing to drop all the way to zero, yes, it affects your health, but it also affects the scenery around you.
Right. So what you're saying is, if you were to take Silent Hill, say Silent Hill 2, and Eternal Darkness, Silent Hill 2 sanity is based on the scene or concept of the area that you're playing in. Where in Eternal Darkness, your sanity is all through the game as you're playing. Every second, something's
Every
being
second.
affected.
Do you believe
Everything is being affected.
Right. Even the Romans, all of a sudden,
Our emperor's beliefs.
they're Vikings. You know, what the fuck?
That would be freaking awesome.
That would be awesome. Okay, but I'll put it in perspective.
Patient.
As your sanity meter goes down, okay, say you walk by a statue and you have full bar of sanity.
Right.
It's just a statue.
Right. Your mental health is great. You're going to school. Okay.
Mental health is great. You're at half. Okay?
All right. So we're gonna use this as like bars of Panda. So right now the bar is full. We're getting good grades. We're in college. Things are good. All right.
Good. Okay. We're at mid bar of Panda, where her A's are no longer A's.
All right. So her A's are B's. There's a C plus in there somewhere.
Plus range.
All right.
Okay,
She's
the
spending
head
more
of the
time in
statue
bed sleeping. I got you. Okay.
Guys are gonna give me anxiety.
Thanks, bro. The head will start moving.
Oh. Okay.
as when the bar goes all the way down and she is failing her tests.
Yeah.
She is
Okay,
failing
so
her college tests.
the bar all the way down, that's when she's getting F's, right?
Yeah.
She's getting
She's
some
getting
10s
Fs
in there.
Yes.
Why? Because she's in her dorm room playing Eternal Darkness.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Drinking Mountain Dew.
The statue is fully animated. You have blood coming from its eyes, that kind of stuff.
Wait, who's bleeding? Listen,
Inanimate
I didn't sign up for talking about the time of the month, okay?
Wow.
Bro! Ow, smack me with the chair, why don't you?
Hey. This is Retro Rewind, okay? So we talk, think, act retro.
This is true.
That's a funny joke. Okay, so hold on. What's bleeding from the eyes? Your character's bleeding from the eyes?
Your head will explode in that game,
Yep.
but the statue's eyes will start bleeding.
The statue's eyes.
Statue's eyes.
They should really get that checked.
It's also fully animated.
You gotta remember.
It's moving.
You're in a mansion. You're in her grandfather's mansion, trying to understand what happened to your grandfather.
Right, so it's haunted. Listen, I don't like ghosts, okay?
You're gonna have to deal with
No,
that.
you can.
No, but
So hard.
I know.
To not say stuff.
I know.
but okay. So in other words, you're it's fuck.
Yeah.
Now you understand.
That's pretty much it, right there.
I'm trying to be as vague as possible, but yet descriptive of what is truly going on.
Now, do you have a sanity level all through, or is there a sanity bar connected to each character? Because I've seen two different characters at this point.
And so you're basically you are playing the granddaughter, but as you go back in time, we say that
No.
we can't give you that. Dang it! Yes, it is.
Sorry.
Pretty much
Hold on. Hold on. Listen, Cupcake just made some peanut butter cookies, and I was all like, she gave me something. I'm holding them right now. You can't see them, but they absolutely look delicious. So I was putting it in my mouth, and she's like, it's hot, but it already touched my tongue, so I was like, ha 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 ha. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I didn't hear a fucking thing you guys said.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a great thing. But yes, to answer your question in the most general manner possible.
Oh, I think Buddy just cut off his dick. Sorry. True story. I'm watching it.
Yes, it is connected to your character.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I thought you were like, yes, he did cut his dick off.
Fucking go you!
Okay, so say you're playing as the girl, I don't know her name, and her sanity bar is half, and then you go to this Roman guy that I just saw. His sanity bar would be full.
Oh, it's half.
It follows. It follows.
Okay, so it's connected to the player, not the characters.
Spider web.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, so if it was connected to the characters, then she would be half, he would be full. But if it's connected to the player, which would be myself, it's half no matter where you go.
Yes.
Okay. Nintendo.
You are right. Yes.
Good old Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
That cookie's delicious.
Now there is.
I have not watched this game be played in.
I'm trying. I want to give him. I am going to give you tips when you go to play this.
Oh, I expect it. I expect it.
Okay. Because honestly, there's. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be like when I played Ocarina of Time. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and figure it out myself, and then eventually you're gonna hear, Ryuson, where the fuck do I go?
I'll be like, okay, you gotta go this way.
But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this game. And yeah.
Yeah, it looks dope. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Me and Ryuson gonna wrap this up. Panda, I know you got to get going, so thank you so much for sitting in with us for as long as you could.
Thank you, Panda.
Yep, no problem. My
Appreci-
pleasure, gentlemen.
Appreciate you. We'll see you on the Thursday that we stream it.
All right. All right. Okay.
All right, so yeah, there isn't really too much to say. So pretty much covered what I think we could cover. I can't say too much because, like I said, I haven't played it, but I look forward to playing it this Thursday coming. And if you guys want to see the live stream of this game, it'll start the Thursday. So it's Tuesday today when you hear or when you listen to it on Spotify or watch it on YouTube, because there's a video version on YouTube. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe because why not? Yeah, so it'll be live streamed on Twitch Thursday. Link will be in the description below. And that's when we'll start about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, also Friday, because we stream 6 hours a week every Thursday and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Hopefully there's no hiccups, because with Driver 2 we had that hiccup. I hope there's none of that. That would
really
suck.
hope not as well, because honestly, I think I might be devastated.
I believe it.
Yeah, I could be 100%. This is literally in my top 10 all-time games I've ever played.
Right.
That's where I rate this game.
Your perceptions will
Right on.
change reality.
Before we wrap this up, is there anything you would like to add or say to listeners?
For 2 millennia, ignorant of so much.
Keep your sanity high.
Yeah, facts.
Guardians grow restless.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us a 5-star on Spotify if you're enjoying the podcast. If you're not enjoying the podcast, give us 5 stars anyway, and let us know why it sucks.
Please do.
But yeah, if you want to see some of the gameplay, while we talk about Eternal Darkness, you can find the video version, like I said, on on YouTube. Sorry. And yeah, if you didn't catch the Super Mario Bros. 3, or sorry, yeah, 3. I keep wanting to say 2 for some reason.
Yeah, we're not playing 2, we're playing 3.
3 Aftermath podcast. You can go check that out. That dropped yesterday. And we will see you all on Twitch Thursday for some live streaming of Eternal Darkness, which is our second last game of the season 1 list, dude. We're almost done season 1, and then we got to prep for season 2.
Dude. I know, man. You gotta start preparing for that. We may have to get some polls up.
Yeah, we do, because the method changes a little bit in season 2, but we'll get into that when we get to the final game. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you all so much. This is Retro Rewind, Days of Old. We talk retro games, and we also stream retro games. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. Like I said, the link for Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and everything else that needs to be advertised will be in the description down below. Ryuson, thank you so much for talking with me, and when you speak to Panda next, thank her again for me. Jeez, my tongue is broken.
You're welcome, V. Glad to be here.
Absolutely.
I'll be on the next
Take
trial.
care, everybody.
Have a good night.
You know I'm gonna like scream like a girl when I play this, right?
Bro, I'm not joking.
No, I can't. I'm Ryuson, listen, I'm gonna be like
Hey, it's gonna be rad.